Welcome to another episode of How to Not Win at League of Legends, a short analysis of a solo ranked game and the mistakes made leading up to the eventual loss. What's up everybody and welcome to the official rebirth of How to Not Win at League of Legends. It's been over a year since my last episode. Oh, Timo, you so silly. So I decided to use this replay because it had a lot of back and forth gameplay and both teams actually made a lot of mistakes. Okay, so let's talk about the game. First off, we've got a Timo that does some random crazy stuff, stands in a bush, tries to B, and just dies to the whole team. I get a really bad leash, so it screws up my jungle. I use all of my health potions, and I can't even finish up my jungle by level 2. So I'm forced to go back and buy more health potions and have a really late start. Timo makes bad plays early on and feeds the Katarina constantly. As you can see here, he uses his exhaust, and just overall you can tell that he's just not a very skilled player and we don't really expect much from him. Luckily, after his death here, I'm able to pick up all of this creep farm, and that helps me at least a little bit from being behind after a bad start in the jungle. Now, moving on just a little bit forward, right after that gank, Katarina comes onto the bottom lane and decides to continue her killing spree further. And she doesn't grab any kills there, but she does get the Graves one. Luckily, our Ezreal is able to pick one up. I see this happening, so I run down there to try and pick up the Katarina. It looks like I'm going to get a kill on her, but she does blink away. Nice job for the Leona. Though I'm able to get just into range. One last auto attack from the Ezreal. I flash in, use my Q, and that helps me mop it up. So I'm able to get slightly back into the game here. Now, this is a good play by Timo. I notice him coming around to try and stop this Katarina, and he's going to tank just a few turret hits for me, and then I'm going to run in there and clean that up. Luckily, he didn't stay in too long, and I'm able to pick up 2 kills from that engage. So overall, not too bad for us. Soon after, the Leona actually has the chance to leave her lane, do a little bit of damage to the Timo, and allow the Katarina to pick up yet another kill on top of him. So now I'm in the jungle just running up, and I notice that everyone else leaves. Xin Zhao takes a little bit of damage from creeps, and I'm going to run in here to try and take him out. He makes the mistake of actually dashing to me while I have my run on, so I push him back into the turret. He takes a few hits. I've got red buff, so I can slow him down. He makes a good play there by using his ultimate to knock me back. Luckily, I've got my own ultimate, and that allows me to pick up the kill. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and skip way forward to about the 25-minute mark. The game kind of goes back and forth for a while. Overall, though, our Timo continues to make bad plays, and we get dove a few times in the top lane, and they pull out a 5,000 gold lead and are really far ahead and start pushing our mid tower down. So this is kind of where things take a change. I paused it for just a second. Watch what happens now. The Graves somewhat does the right thing by attacking the turret, but the rest of his team actually leaves, and then he gets split off completely, runs into a mushroom, so we take advantage of that. I jump on top of him and destroy him instantly. Now without the carry, they actually now decide to come back into the fight and engage onto us. A completely terrible mistake. Even though they are so far ahead, we're able to kite them into mushrooms. I run back into our team, and now with everybody grouped up, I use my ultimate to completely fear their whole team, and we split them off and start cleaning them up one by one. Timo poison is onto this Garen. I try and flash to pick up the kill, but it goes on to him. No problem for me. Overall, though, just a terrible choice by their team to split up like that when they should have been pushing the turret down. A couple of minutes later, we're still not ahead yet, but we are even on kills. They have a gold lead advantage, and Timo decides to go all by himself and get destroyed by Katarina. And then, just like dominoes, the Warwick decides, okay, I'm going to go and 1v1 this Katarina, waste his ignite and his ultimate, and then continues to push up solo all by himself while the rest of us are trying to shove the lanes out. Now, this is really bad. At this point in the game, 28 minutes in, if you die, especially with the GA on like this, you're going to have a really hard time stopping the enemy team from doing objectives such as Dragon, Baron, or even shoving down your turrets. So Warwick loses his life as well as his GA on top of that. So while seeing this happen, if you look on the minimap, I actually know what's going to happen. They're going to go for Baron, no doubt. So I'm going to say, what the hell, I'm going to go for this turret. There's no way they can catch me. If they did decide to chase me, I have my ultimate and my flash up, so I'm going to be good to go. And so here's what happens. I see them land on the shroom, and now that means they're starting that Baron. So I'm going to run around into the bush here and do what I can to try and disrupt this. But Unfortunately, we have absolutely no vision of what health the Baron is at. I go ahead and assume that it's low enough for me to jump in, and I have to make a play here or we're gonna lose. So as I leap in, I actually have no vision. It's not possible for me to leap on the correct target, so I do land on Xin Zhao. The Baron isn't actually low enough for me to do anything with my smite, so I take a little bit of damage from the Xin Zhao, the Baron, and also from Garen there. But luckily, we have our big DPS in the back line doing big damage. We're able to take them down since they are low from Baron, and we're making big plays. Now we're gonna clean this up. Unfortunately, Teemo makes another stupid mistake and runs face first into Graves, gets blown up, but no problem. We've got a double buff Ezreal who cleans that up. That's a 4 for 3 trade. Actually, sorry, 5 for 3 trade. And the best part is Warwick comes back from base just a few seconds later, and they double team Baron, picking that up for us, giving us an exact gold tie. Well, just about a tie, and then we start to pull ahead. So with the Baron buff, we're able to be much stronger than them. We begin to push in, take out the turret, and now that I'm strong enough, I can 1v2 both Graves and the Leona, given our DPS chance to clean up the rest of their fight. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to kill the Graves. I needed one more auto attack. He got away with 70 HP, but we killed 4 of their team, and were able to clean up the rest of their base. So what happened here? Looks like we were gonna lose because of what happened with Teemo and Warwick. And probably 90% of the cases that would have been true. Luckily, they made the decision to go for Baron, which was probably a bad choice on their part because we still had a lot of our DPS up to disrupt them. When I jumped in and cleaned up the fight and we got the Baron, that ultimately led to victory. If I get a good enough response from likes and comments, then I'll continue the series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This is Colby Cheese. I'll see you around for the next one. Yo! Subscribe to my channel or check out some of my other videos. Peace out.